Well, thank you for welcoming me in UN for the first time. This is my first press briefing in this building. It comes with difficult times, not just for us as Palestinian Red Crescent Society, but also for the Palestinians in general, and I think even beyond that. I'm not a man of history. I don't read a lot of history, but I think sometimes we have to remind ourselves that Gaza is a city 4,500 years old. Gaza is a city that houses one of the eldest mosques in Islam. It houses the third eldest church in our world. It's pity that such a cultured city is treated like this, not just by Israel, but by all of us, by the international community as a whole. Yes, we came here with the breaking news last Sunday of the killing of 15 paramedics, humanitarian aiders. 8 of them are PRCS, 6 civil defense, and 1 UN officer, and 1 missing PRCS member. So it was our duty to talk about that. It was our responsibility, me and Marwan, to brief this building that represents our international community through the missions, through the Security Council, through everybody we have met in the Secretariat, about what is happening to our team. Last Sunday, a PRCS mission coordinated and accompanied by the UN OCHA uncovered a mass grave where 15 first responders, including 8 members of Palestinian Red Crescent, paramedics, 6 members of the civil defense, and the United Nations officer, were killed and buried. You've already heard that news. They were killed while on mission to save lives, following reports of civilian casualties in the area of Tall Sultan and Rafah. Since the atrocities, the war restarted nearly a month ago. We have seen vicious attacks against civilians. The story never ends, but Palestinians should not be turned into numbers. 2 days ago, a whole family, 17 members of Sharab family in Khan Yunis were killed. Beit al-Arqam school was attacked. Shelter houses are being attacked. 31 people were killed. When will this end? When we will regain ceasefire in Gaza? By the way, situation in the West Bank is not any better. And it's getting there day after day. It's getting worse day after day. In our briefings here, we were privileged also to be able to talk and brief the Security Council yesterday. And we have addressed certain demands to the Security Council, hoping that somebody will listen to those demands. I will read the following points. 1, we urge the Council to support the call for an independent and thorough investigation of this atrocious crime and hold those responsible to account. 2, we call on the Council, individually and collectively, and we mean it individually more than collectively, to take action to ensure respect for international humanitarian law. 3, enforce existing mechanisms and tools at the disposal of member states to ensure protection of humanitarian and aid workers and end impunity. 4, we call on the Security Council and on the whole international community to spare no effort to return the ceasefire and to the end of violence immediately. 5, we call for the immediate resumption of aid delivery and the opening of border crossings. We call the international community to achieve justice for the soul of those humanitarian workers. They are not the last, they are not the first, but more and more Red Crossers, Red Crescent people are being targeted throughout the world. This is an emblem that needs to be protected or should be protected, but it is not. We had broken records of the largest number of aiders being targeted in Palestine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Yunus. Yes, please.
Thank you very much on behalf of the United Nations Correspondents Association for doing this briefing. My name is Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. A couple of follow-ups on the events of March 23rd and the discovery of the 15 bodies. Can you tell us if there's been any follow-up to your calls for an investigation? That is, do you expect the UN, the Human Rights Council, to conduct an investigation on the ground? And can you give us any details on how the victims were killed and the condition of their bodies? Were any of them found with their hands bound? And is there a new forensic examination of the bodies being conducted, or is one going to take place? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, this takes a process. We are still in the beginning. We are not the legal bodies that should address this. We are the victims, and we are the ones who are asking for justice. There are enough mechanisms in this international system that can really take this seriously. Yesterday we have asked for this investigation. We have asked for an independent investigation to be conducted, and we'll pursue that. And I hope that our respected components of our international system will take up responsibility. Enough is enough. These are not the first PRCS people that has been targeted and killed. Yes, we have some information about the conditions of the body. Yes, there is a forensic and autopsy conducted on the bodies. It's in the process. There will be a report coming out, hopefully. The bodies have been targeted from a very close range. Sorry, but it's not easy talking about my colleagues, my sons, my kids. But this early morning, this is something I think I can give out, because we will discover a lot of information. We will release a lot of information in the coming days to come. Something I can release, I heard the voice of one of those kids. I heard the voice of one of those team members who was killed, and his phone was found with his body, and he recorded the whole event. His last words before being shot: "Forgive me, Mom. I just wanted to help people. I wanted to save lives." And then he was killed. So you can imagine the 15 team members. What did they go through? It was an episode that's heartbreaking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Could I ask one quick follow-up? You have one member of the Red Crescent who is missing. Have you received any information at all about where he might be?
Yes. Let me be clear about that. There has to be accountability to those who did this. For 8 days, we have been begging the Israelis for information about the whole team. They knew exactly where they were because they killed them. But for 8 days, their colleagues were in agony, their family were in agony. Everybody that knew them were praying that they will be alive. They kept us for 8 days in the dark. Now, the only information we know that Assad is missing. But there's somebody who knows whether Assad has been killed somewhere else or Assad is detained in Israeli jails. We still have 3 of our colleagues detained in Israeli jails. But why to keep us in the dark? They know exactly where they are. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yunus. Next question. I should have said I'll go to the room first before online.
Thank you, Dr. Al-Khatib, and thank you, Jilani, for coming to talk.